Hey everybody, this is Chris Burke, lead instructor for Inside Pitch the magazine and owner-operator of Chris Burke Baseball. Today we're going to take a look at the great Lance Berkman. I love looking at his left-handed swing. I've been fortunate enough to see it up close and personal. There's a couple things he does really well. I love talking about his swing because a couple core fundamentals that all hitters should strive to achieve he represents extremely well. First thing you see here is a really good athletic stance. Does a great job of being relaxed but looking poised to make a competitive, explosive move. And so the first thing he's going to do that all hitters should try to follow and emulate is you're going to see him separate. And so one thing Lance does extremely well is he makes a simple move to get ready. And so you see there we get the front foot going forward as the hands go back, and this is a picture of separation. Right here you'll see when the hands are down, the knob is actually behind the back foot. Now Lance is extremely flexible and gets a great separation here. But we want at least the hands, the knob of the bat to be pointed at the catcher and the hands to be above the back foot. The other thing you'll see here is look how centered his weight is. And one big thing that I think a lot of kids are messing up these days is notice the height of his hands is about even with his shoulders. So one thing Lance shows us here is, we want our hands to be in a nice flat position, not jacked up around our ear. Certainly we don't want them down by our waist. We want the hands in an explosive, powerful position somewhere around our shoulder. And then the last position Lance shows us here really good in the separation move is notice how the bat is up here at a 45-degree angle above his head. So if he were to drop that bat right now, it would probably hit him right on the top of the head or the back of the neck. So all you young hitters out there, you take a picture of this and put it on your wall. This is what separation looks like. Now, once he gets separated, he's going to make the first essential move in the swing, which you're going to see this move right here, the back knee driving forward, and the weight goes to the inside of his back big toe. So you can see right here all the weight kind of go right there to the back big toe as that back knee drives into the front knee. And then as the swing unfolds, he's going to come into this slot position right here where the knob of the bat, you can see right there, is pointed at the pitcher as the bat is parallel to the ground. So we're going to see that with pretty much all great hitters where they take the knob of the bat towards the pitcher and keep the barrel above their hands as they're driving the bat into the hitting zone. Now, the bat's going to bottom out. He's going to catch this ball right here in the middle of his body, just on the inside part of his front foot. And a couple great things to notice here. Look at the back knee drive. Look how the back foot has not spun out. You see there a lot of young hitters really are over-exaggerated with their back foot. You can see how all the weight's there on the inside part of his back big toe, and you can see how much tension is on the inside of his back knee. You can see he's posted up there on his front knee. You can see the straight lead leg. And then what I love about Lance's position here is look how he is centered with his weight. Not lunging forward, not leaning back, but just centered. It's, again, a great picture for young hitters to look at and think about. And notice how the barrel is there even with his hands. Right there at that moment of impact, he's about to hit a bullet up the middle. And then post-impact, you're going to see just how flat this swing was. Notice how as he extends through this ball, you can see he's hitting a hard line drive, one hopper right back up the middle. Notice how he extends through this ball. He ends up here in this beautiful power V position. And look at this position here where look how many frames he goes and he keeps the space between his arms. Now this is essential because the barrel is not rolling. Again, another thing I see from a lot of young hitters is the bottom arm rolls over the top arm too quickly, and so the bat flips, and we hit a bunch of ground balls to first or second base if you're a left-handed hitter. Lance does a great job of maintaining the space between his arms, meaning he holds the barrel. As he releases it, he keeps the barrel flat and doesn't allow it to roll. And you'll see him here in this beautiful power V position, the power V position being when both arms are fully extended and the bat's pointing out towards the field. And you can see he's just got this great move through the ball. Again, notice how centered he stays. It's like Lance, his body has got a pole running down the middle of it, and his body just rotates around that pole. It just does a great job of staying centered. I love how he keeps his posture here and stays through the swing. And then we're going to watch him finish this swing. And look, it's not until now that the back heel comes up. That's how long Berkman stays in the swing and how long he stays square to the field and doesn't fly open like so many young hitters struggle with. The last thing I'm going to point out here in Berkman's swing is I want you to notice just the position this bat finishes in. See how the bat's kind of in the middle of his shoulder? And so we get with a lot of kids where the bat kind of comes up around their neck. Look how low the lead arm is here. Now, if we had the front view, which we're going to see a little bit later with a Mike Trout video that I'll post here in the next couple weeks. But look how his shoulder's underneath his chin. Again, for a lot of kids that struggle with the uppercut and a lot of kids that struggle with the rollover, the bat comes through the zone too tilted, and the finish position, the top hand, the arm for Lance, that would be his left arm, will end up kind of over his mouth, which would mean the bat would be in a much higher position right here as opposed to this flat move that we see from Berkman. So if I take it back, again, just kind of going back through a few of the core fundamentals, you see this incredible separation move. Notice how he pushes his bottom hand, the right hand for a left-handed hitter, back, and he points that knob right at the catcher. Look at that knob pointing right at the catcher. He's in this great balanced position with his weight 50-50, and you can see the weight's kind of on the insides of his knees there. His hands are back when his foot is down. A lot of kids get their hands back, but by the time their foot's down, they've leaked forward. But you see with Berkman, his foot is down and his hands are back. Now he's going to make this, watch him flatten the bat out there as he takes the knob towards the pitcher. Gets the bat in a great position to impact the middle of the ball with the middle of the bat. You see all the weight there on the inside of his knee and on the inside of his back big toe. He's going to catch this ball in an incredibly level position. Notice the height of his hands right here. Look how low his hands are. Again, you want to measure yourself against the pros and see if you're swinging the bat flat. No, take a look at your hands at impact. They should be right around your belly button or belt area. If you're hitting the ball with your hands up by your chest on a pitch that's right down the middle, thigh high, that means the bat is in way too tilted of a position. And then, of course, we see him extend through this ball, getting this great power V where the top hand does not flip over the bottom hand but extends the barrel towards the pitcher, towards the big part of the field. And then he finishes with incredible balance. And again, just watch how flat this swing is. Look from right here. With a little blur in between. Look from right here to right here. Look at the path that bat takes. So, again, I love to use the word flat. I think it's a great picture for young hitters to have in their mind about the type of swing they want to make. Remember, at the end of the day, we're trying to hit the middle of the ball with the middle of our bat. We're trying to hit line drives in a big part of the park. And Berkman shows us so many moves that we need to follow, which is stay balanced and keep the bat moving as flat as you possibly can through the hitting zone. Thanks, and I'll see you again with my next breakdown.